So thank you, Hivshu, for this meeting.
Thank you to you, young man.
So I want to ask you, you are a representative of culture of Inuit. It's okay. And you work for study and defense your culture. So what you can tell me about your culture, the elements of your culture, the Inuit culture?
Oh,
What can you tell me about your tradition and others?
right. I personally do not call Inuit way of life a culture. When culture is a construction of a man-made values that created the traditions, how to be recognized as a nation. The typical Western way of life, when the way of their life has become cult, worshipping their narcissistic life that was and is constructed by the interpretation of the belief, of the conviction, the power, and divisions of people in many levels of grade to secure the control of power. As I would call, when you play the game, we are decorating with their medals, with their pictures. That's the culture. That's the cult.
Yes.
That's the culture. So the way we live is we are living in the frozen water, liquid, that become ice and snow. Living naturally with the creation by adapting to the life and the nature.
But your origin is in Greenland.
Right.
Okay, and you live now in Greenland, or you was in Greenland?
I am living now in Sweden for 14 years.
Okay, sometimes you go in Greenland.
Yes, sometimes I go there. I was there last time in 2019 when, with my wife, we get married there after 14 years together.
But how much people is in Inuit people? How much people?
Oh, my own people, Inuit, they call themselves Inuit. They are the northernmost people in the whole world. They are the neighbors of the North Pole. So their level to the North Pole is just about 1,300 kilometers from North Pole.
Yes.
So it's like the level of Svalbard.
Yes.
Spitsbergen, yes. And people there, we call ourselves Inuit.
I was a few days ago. I was in Svalbard for take a reportage about the problem of global warming.
Right.
I remember, but
right.
I want to ask you: the global warming, in which way is a problem for the Inuit people?
It is. It is a big problem when you are forced by the system to stay. You are not adapting to the global climate change. I will call it climate change because the normal climate change is very normal in the creation, but not the global warming. Okay. Global warming is affected by the human being.
Yes.
Human being way of consumption, and destroying the whole,
so
the whole world.
You are telling me that it's not natural. This changing is not natural. It's human activities, dangerous activities, and is a big problem for your culture, for your people. I understand.
Yes, it is. we already began to see the global warming was on the way, that everything was changing in 1970s.
Okay.
Because normally it doesn't rain in December. Mostly it is minus 35, minus 30, minus 25. It cannot rain in December. So in 1970s, the beginning of 1970s, there will rain 3 years in, what do you call it, in December. Every December for 3 years, we experienced the rain in December.
Okay.
And then we understood that something was wrong. And but we know the stories of our ancestors. So we were thinking probably it was the global, no, not global warming, but the climate change was on the way. We thought it was climate change. But now I understand it is the consequences of many
Activities.
atomic and the atomic test was done many times during the Cold War.
You think the atomic test is the origin of the problem of warming, you think?
One of the main problem is the nuclear test bombs was destroying the waters, the air, and the land and the soil. And the second was one of the main, also very dangerous, just like the nuclear test.
Yes.
Is consumption. People, the way they live, and they cannot get enough of what they get, and that threw it away to the nature, waters, and the pollution of the earth, waters, air, whatever.
This is very interesting.
So this,
you think is the military activities the origin of this big problem? Not only natural, not only human, but military. You are tell me.
Yes, I am saying is if the nature ways of changing, it needs the process. The nature needs its process to follow. But this time nature has not the control of its own. It's just like a human being. If you affect the human being way of thinking, you force them. They got insane or they got crazy.
Yes.
Because they didn't have time to make the process. Then they go crazy. That's what is happening with the nature right now.
But now in Greenland, there are military base in Greenland. There
Yes.
are military. But at what
yes,
what they are doing, these military, what they are doing in Greenland, which interest?
After the World War II, yes, the American Air Force came to our places because they need the observation of the Russian activities.
Okay.
And yes, and the Russian activities and the ship activities, because from the north you have a very good view.
Okay.
With your satellite to other places. So this became a controller of the whole activity on the Earth, on the northern sphere.
Yes, yes. And this is a very problem for your people that live here.
Yes.
A long time, and this military is a problem for your people.
It is a problem. Military is not contributing to peace. Not at all. Even if the military are calling it, we are here to make peace.
Yes.
No, they are, or we are here to defend our values. Man-made values, however you interpret, you form, is dangerous, because it's not about the natural life. It's not about the way of life.
Yes.
With the adapting to the nature. No, values are adapting to the power of a man, thinking of having a power to many people, just like religion.
Religion is the word that I want to ask you. In which way there is a specific the religion of your people? The religion of your people. What thing? The sacred spirit, the metaphysic vision, the religion of your people. The characteristic. If you can.
Yes. Now today, in 1909, the missionary of Christians came, the Protestant from Denmark.
Yes.
It is religion which is based on the Christians. And the Christians are divided to many ways of interpreting Yeshua. Yeshua is Jesus. Yes. And our ancestor. We knew him before the Christians. His name is Yeshua, and he's still alive. Our ancestors are still alive, and our descendant is still alive. They are there beyond our understanding. The way we understand before the Christians was everything is life.
Okay, understand.
Life is everything. Life has no beginning. Yes. Life has no end. There is no death. There's no death in life. Yes. Life cannot die. Only the body which is placed on this earth is adapted to this planet. Yes. Just like the moon people who are living in the moon, they are adapted to the moon. And the others who are sun people are living in the sun and adapting to the sun. Just like people living under earth. There are three levels of people under earth, yes. And different levels and different height and different types and shapes, yes. Just like we believe that everything is created by the creator. From the creation is the creator is the life. The life creating everything. There are many universes, not just one. Okay. The universes are just like you see the stars above, billions.
The first
just like the sandcorn. You cannot count them. That's how big life is. But the earth was created by our ancestors.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a very specific, I hope, this vision not die, but become to be strong, because it's a very special vision of the world, authentic vision.
It is.
And so, Hivshu, I hope a lot of people can listen your word, because I feel very positive sensation to list you. I feel a good thing in you, no? Your fight for the authentic vision of world.
Right.
I hope the world can change in better in time, and this problem of natural question can be involved in always better situation. So, Hivshu, I thank you again for this contribution, for this meeting. And I hope a lot of people can list you.
Oh, I will say that it is not my word. I am not the masters of this word. I am passing on the ancestors' messages from our ancestors, telling the stories,
Yes.
singing the songs. So I am not the one who is fighting. I'm just telling
Yes.
and passing on what I got from the ancestors, from my elders.
Understand.
So-
Your family,
so-
your people.
So if I want to change everything in the whole life, I am the first to change.
Yes.
Yes,
Understand.
and to be good person, not to be angry.
It's a very beautiful vision. It's authentic vision, Hivshu.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's
too. So we have okay. How much time we have taken? Well, it's a good time.
it's up to you.
Oh, and your book, are you working to a new book?
Yes. I wrote this one in the language of Greenlandic mixed with my own language.
Greenland language.
Yes, Greenlandic. Yes, Greenlandic language. Greenlandic language is also a different language from my own language, because my language is more Inuit language. Inuit means actually a living being. Inuit, Inuk. Inuit is the plural of Inuk. Inuk means a living being. And Inuit, the living beings or the people or whatever.
I hope in future, I hope I can meet you in real, in person.
You can always ask me to come to talk about whatever.
I hope.
Yes, my wife wants to come to Italy.
Perfetto. Perfetto. So now I'm going, but I write you next days for everything. I have a lot of work for this conference because I have more of 10 participants for all work from America, from Holland, from Germany. So for this,
right?
And I'm working. I have a lot of work for this big conference. But when will be ready, I inform you for everything.
Okay. You are probably my ancestor. In the shape of, you are my ancestor.
Yes.
Yes. You found me, and then you are trying to make me to speak out about the heritage I have to pass on.
I'm honored.
So, because they are doing, our ancestors are connecting us.
Yes,
yes.
I think the same.
Yes,
so,
they are connecting us.
I hope to meet you in real life.
The same to you, young man. You are doing a good job.
Thank you.
Just live with your heart.
Always.
Follow your heart. Yes. When your mind is confusing you, go to your heart.
Always.
And your heart will connect to your spirit. Before you came to the earth, your spirit came into this body. Yes. When the spirit is leaving their body, everything is dead.
Was okay.
So you are doing a good job, young man.
Thank you. Salutami anche your wife. From
yes.
Bye.
So, saludo.
Termina